Have you ever wondered why some relationships stand the test of time, while others crumble at the first sign of trouble? Today, we're going to unravel the mystery of challenge, a key ingredient in the recipe for lasting relationships. Imagine a tree decorated with ornaments for Christmas. Every ornament is a principle that contributes to the health and longevity of a relationship. For 2 decades, we've been hanging these ornaments, refining what we call the framework. Yet, one ornament was conspicuously absent for a long time. Challenge. Why did it take so long to find challenge? Well, it's a bit like a hidden gem. It's not something women openly talk about, nor is it something they consciously seek. But when I stumbled upon it during an interview, it was like a light bulb moment. Picture this. I was in a conversation with a woman, probing her thoughts about what she finds attractive in a man. She didn't say, "I love a challenge," or "I like a guy more if I have to chase him." No, it was much subtler than that. She said, "I like a guy who is mysterious, who keeps me guessing. He doesn't chase me like others do." She was intellectually against it, but emotionally, it was a different story. Confused. Well, so was I. But then it hit me. What if the man who traditionally chases and risks rejection could reverse the process? What if women are drawn to challenge in a relationship, but they aren't aware of it until it's pointed out, or better yet, applied to them? Challenge, my friends, is the drug that women crave in a relationship. It's the mystery, the unpredictability, the thrill of the chase. And the irony, it's something that few men dare to offer. Because offering challenge requires courage. It requires a man to step back, to hold back, to let the woman come to him. Challenge is the drug that keeps her hooked, but it's a drug that few dare to administer. Let's dive into the murky waters of challenge by looking at the story of Simi and Obi. As we navigate these waters, we'll uncover how Obi's inaction, his seeming indifference, was what made him so attractive to Simi. It's an intriguing story, one that reveals the power of challenge in an unexpected way. Simi, like many of us, was used to being chased. She was accustomed to the thrill of the hunt, the exhilaration of being pursued. But Obi was different. He didn't chase her, he didn't pursue her. Instead, he stood back, he held his ground. He was a man of inaction. Now, you might think that this would be a turn-off for Simi, that she would grow bored, lose interest, but the exact opposite happened. She found herself drawn to Obi. She was intrigued by his mysterious nature, by his reluctance to chase her. She always wondered where she stood with him. And that uncertainty, that mystery was exciting. But here's the kicker. Intellectually, Simi didn't like this approach. She couldn't understand why she was so attracted to Obi, why his inaction was so appealing. It contradicted everything she thought she knew about relationships, about what she wanted in a man. But emotionally, she was hooked. She was captivated by Obi's indifference, by his refusal to chase her. And that's the power of inaction. That's the power of challenge. Obi was different. He wasn't like the other men who chased Simi, who pursued her relentlessly. He was a man of inaction, a man of mystery, and that made him irresistible. So, what can we learn from the story of Simi and Obi? That sometimes the best action is no action at all. That sometimes the best way to attract someone is to not chase them, to not pursue them. It's a counterintuitive approach, one that goes against everything we're taught about relationships. But as Simi and Obi's story shows, it's an approach that can be incredibly effective. The power of inaction, the power of challenge, was what made Obi different and ultimately irresistible. Now let's talk about a common battlefield in the relationships, the phone. It's more than a device for calls and texts. It's a tool that can make or break the dynamics in a relationship. It can be the means to control, or it can be the conduit of challenge. The choice is yours. Picture this. You're in the early stages of a relationship. The initial excitement is there. The mystery is alive. But then the phone rings, and suddenly the balance of power can shift dramatically. It's not about who made the call. It's about how the call is handled. The phone can become a woman's favorite weapon of control. She uses it to gauge your interest, your availability, and your commitment. But what if you, gentlemen, could turn this weapon of control into a tool of challenge? In the world of sales, the phone is not used to give out information. It's used to set up meetings. Apply this principle to dating, and you've got yourself a game changer. The phone should be used solely to set dates, not to engage in lengthy conversations or to provide emotional support. By limiting phone conversations, you maintain an air of mystery. You keep her guessing, wondering, craving for more. You become the challenge she's unknowingly seeking. Let's take a page from Simi's book. Remember her? She was attracted to Obi because he was different. He didn't chase her like other men. He didn't flood her phone with calls and texts. He used the phone to set dates, and that was it. And it worked. So gentlemen, next time you pick up the phone, remember this. It's not just a call, it's a strategy. It's not about how often you call, it's about what you do with the call. Limit the phone to setting dates, and you'll become the challenge she's looking for. The phone can be a weapon of control, or it can be a tool of challenge. The choice is yours. Finally, let's uncover the hidden nature of challenge. Often it's the unspoken elements that hold the most power. In relationships, challenge can be such an element, hidden in plain sight. It's a subtle dance, a game of cat and mouse, where the thrill of the chase is as intoxicating as the catch itself. Just like our friend Simi, many women may not consciously realize that they respond positively to challenge in a relationship. It's not until it's pointed out to them or applied to them that they become aware of its magnetic pull. It's this very uncertainty, this unpredictability that can spark a tantalizing intrigue. The concept of challenge is not about playing mind games, but rather about maintaining a sense of individuality and independence within a relationship. It's about keeping the flame alive, the interest peaked, and the connection strong. Challenge may be a hidden factor in relationships, but its power is undeniable.